Hey, Steve. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Got a big part of my backyard cleaned up yesterday or today. Seems like yesterday, 'cause that's when I started. Got Willa and Manuela. How you doing, Willa? I'm doing okay. Um, Still ain't got that stimulus thing. Everybody tells me I'm getting. My daughter got hers, and of course she gets that extra $500 because of Jaden, my 11-year-old grandson. he found he found out she was getting $500 for him. He wanted to know how much of that he gets. Blood pressure's been high. Well, that's not good, but there's a lot of things you can do for it. And somebody told me, and of course I believed them, and it's not so. They told me that this coarse kosher salt doesn't make your blood pressure go up. Baloney. It'll make it go up. It's salt. It is salt. Hey, Lisa. And I still got a nagging cough, and I'm having a heck of a time. I went to Publix a while ago, and something made me sneeze, but it was one of them sneezes. It came in threes. It didn't. I just didn't sneeze, and that was it. I sneezed 2 more times, and people were scattering. And that's and I mean they were like 10 foot away, and they turned around, went the other way. And I had a mask on. I've been able to get me some of these masks like this. That N95 mask, boy, I swear I can't breathe with them. But I got a few of these. A lot of my neighborhood friends is giving them to me. I ain't bought none, but I've got a few now. But they're supposed to lift that thing this Monday. Supposed to lift. Personally, I think it's too soon, but what do I know? Hey, Christy, I just read your email, dear. And there's Jerry and Barb Everett. Who else on here? And Tina Boxwell. Of course, there's Manuela. I've been watching some old German films, Manuela. And I run across a song that I had at one time. I had the record, the album, and boy, what is her name? It was a lady that sang it. The name of the song was Seaman, and I love that song. But I can't remember the name of the lady that sang it. There's another lady that sang it since her, but I like the original version of it. I'm getting a lot of gosh, there's a lot of ads keep popping up on my, yeah, Simon. And I love that song. pollen season started, so folks are sneezing, and that may be why I got sneezing a while ago, because we had a fella over here cutting up that tree out back that had fell. And of course, I was out there doing a little bit of a video on it and stuff, and I didn't have a mask on, of course not. And that could be what was, because there was a lot, he was also doing some weed eating and stuff around some bushes and stuff for us. It was a guy that was in my, hey Sheila, that was in my daughter's high school class. And that goes back a few years, maybe, gosh, 30 years? I guess so. More than 30 years. But, guys, you know, sung by, yeah, that's her. That's her, Manuela. That's her. I love that song. I loved it. This other lady, she does all right with it, but that first one, that was the one I liked, and it come out about the time I was over there too. A video I made. I'm gonna take a call, Trot. A video I made the other day. I was talking about them going to stop my grandson's Social Security check or disability or whatever you want to call it. And it bothers me, but I also, on the other hand, I understand that a lot of people don't realize what's involved with somebody that has cerebral palsy or mostly it's known as CP. Hey, Crazy Family Tube. We're talking about my grandson, the one that's 30, he's got CP, and there was some people, and I don't guess they meant it in a derogatory, but one lady, she said, if he can take a job with Salvation Army every year at Christmas time, standing out there ringing that bell, that he should be able to work a job. Well, not so. Not so. There's a lot of things. You know how sometimes you'll be walking through a grocery store sometime and you'll hear somebody just hollering and screaming for no reason at all. And in other words, they're making noises, and it's kind of annoying, but you know you put up with it because you know they can't. Willow got her stimulus. 39-year-old upright Fred. If you use that freezer for 39 years, you got the good out of it. Well, I know what I'm gonna do. If mine comes, I'm kind of iffy. Everybody says I'm gonna get it. Well, we'll see. My oldest grandson, he ain't got his yet. But you know, it's he can't work a job. He tried that once, and it only lasted 2 months, and they won't hire him back. This is at Walmart. He has like balance problems, just a lot of other things. Like one time, the Boy Scout troop went to I think it was the Lexington or the Yorktown, a World War II aircraft carrier, and they were spending the night on it and all that stuff. Well, they got to it. You have to walk across this lot, kind of like a bridge, but it's kind of wide, 5 or 6, maybe 8 foot wide. And he was petrified that they had to get a vehicle and drive him across that bridge. That's the only way they could get him aboard the ship. So it's things like that, with the balance problems and afraid to step up on the curb. If you're walking along the sidewalk and the curb goes down to the street, has a fear of stepping off of that. And so you can't, and plus, a big thing in Walmart, sometimes in associates, they have to climb up a little ladder to get merchandise down and stuff. And they can't have somebody in there that's got a balance problem. Because if they fall and get hurt, somebody's in deep doo-doo. So it's just a lot of different things. And that go. And anybody's got any doubts or questions about that, when they see somebody that's got CP but doesn't seem to have a walking problem, don't just assume they're okay. But if anybody that was really interested in what I was talking about in that video, do some research on CP, and you'll find out a lot of things. That matter of fact, after some of them comments were made, I went back and did some more research, and I found out some stuff I did not know. But I'm sure the people that was leaving the comments didn't mean it in a mean or derogatory way. They don't really are not aware of all the different things that goes with that. Well, our tax system is different here in Germany. If you are an employee, you get paid a reduced amount of dollars because your boss already sent the taxes for you. A friend of mine's got a letter said he wouldn't get on due to owing taxes. I wondered about that. Some people are saying, no, it won't affect it, but a friend of hers got a letter said he wouldn't get it on due to owing taxes. Bought on a 65-inch TV, which reminds me, when I went to Publix a while ago, somebody stopped me and give me I guess it's about a 40-inch TV or something. It was a nice one, and it works with the remote and everything. So first he seen me, and then he waved at me, so I went over there, and he said, I got something you might want. He brought it out. And I said, I wasn't going to take it because I didn't think it'd be, but he said, no, it works fine. So it's just an extra, and we don't need it sitting here no more. So I brought it home. It's sitting out there. But we did some major cleaning up today out there in that backyard. And the big tree that had fell, it's pretty much cut up. It's the guy cut all he could cut with that saw he had. But that big part down at the bottom, he can't cut that. So if the landlord don't want it there, he's gonna have to get it moved. Manuela said she didn't turn on her TV for over a year. I can't say that here. I watch at least once a week, but I do it on the internet. We don't have like cable, for TV. We just don't watch. We can watch everything on the internet. So it don't make sense to sit there and pay for cable TV, and then plus you're paying for your internet. So why have them both? And it's a no-brainer. You take the internet because you need the internet if you're doing anything on the internet, and if you can use it for TV too, so be it. And I pay around somewhere around $6 or $7 a month for CBS. That's the channel. That's the network I watch. It's CBS. But I only watch the one thing, which is Survivor. And I have an eye. It's only going to have about 3 or 4 more episodes, and when that's done, I'll cancel my CBS thing till they get ready to run the next season on it. Then I'll start it back up. They have 2 seasons a year. So, but I'm a Survivor nut. I like them. I love them. I've decided I'm going to let my grandson have the canned stuff. He's gonna crush them. He's gonna bag them, and all that. The only thing I'll do with it is I'll still go around picking them up, but I'm not gonna take any of the money for them. I'm gonna let him do it for his own thing. And by the way, his check did hit. It hit yesterday. Let's see, days. Yeah, it hit yesterday. So I don't know. Maybe my daughter got it appealed, and when you appeal it, they'll keep on doing it till they deny it again. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to deny it. Then you got to go to the attorney, and then the attorney does their thing, and that takes 1 to 2 years. So it's a big joke. I don't know. And then when you go to the attorney and the attorney does all the stuff, and then they approve it, and then they don't give you all your back pay right then. They'll give you maybe half of it, and then another half later on down the road somewhere, which I don't understand. But that's the way they did the last time they pulled this stuff, and of course he has to go to the psychologist and the doctors and all that stuff. And well, it just seemed like a waste of money for them to do it like that because they know they're going to lose it. I don't know. I just don't get it. Big brother is so well. Russell, how is progress doing in the garden and in front of your working table? In the garden. Oh, you mean my plants and stuff? I've been I worked a little bit out there this morning on 'em. I got some of my aloe vera. I got my aloe thinned out and put in different pots. Uh, I've got Lord, what's the name of them? Muscadine. I got a muscadine grapevine. I have had that thing 5 years, and it does absolutely nothing. And I'm not sure if those things need a female or a male plant. I don't know. But it does nothing. It's sitting there. It's in the way. It's in a huge pot. And I'm thinking about just pulling that thing up because it's doing nothing. I wasn't aware that there was a male and a female plant. That's what it sounds like to me. Who is? Oh, yeah, me too, Manuela. Me too. Guys, I want to talk to some more of you guys on a private live chat. And I would like to do a live stream one time with, let's see, I think I can get 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Well, let's see. Hold on just a minute. That I can get. I would like to do a live stream with 3 guests. I would like for one, I'd like for 3 of them to be, what in the world is that? All these ads keep popping up on my screen. It's coming good, Tina. It really is. We put a big hole in it today, and even got the yard mowed, got the tree cut up, got stuff all in a pile. And this guy's coming back Monday with this trailer empty so he can load all this stuff up that's being thrown out, and gonna haul it away from here. That way I don't have to do any burning. Now, what was I talking? I don't. I done forgot what I was talking about. My Jury and Barb cup. It is. Oops, I want to drop that. It is getting banged up, boys. I didn't realize I dropped this thing. I dropped it today. I was coming back in the yard from Publix, coming up the driveway, and I hit a kind of a crack in the driveway. And this is tea, folks. It's not drink. I make my tea in these, and I can shake them up. And I don't have to see it. Don't even fizz. It's tea, honest. But I make my tea in that, and I keep a couple of bottles of water of this. I don't buy a bottle of water. Most of the time, the bottle of water you buy is coming right out of the city water anyway. A lot of people don't know that, or they don't believe it, but it's the truth. And reverse osmosis, is that what they call it? Now, gosh almighty, I done got off the track again and forgot what I was talking. Somebody, what was I? I've just been staying in. I've been out once in the last nearly 8 weeks. I've got a table set up and tees and tank tops ready to tie-dye. Once Russell is done with his live, tie-dye, I burped. Oh, Lord, that cough drop done gone. I would like to have some tea one time. I love Louisiana, but for some reason I can't make it like my grandma used to make it. It was so good. Uh, I, I don't know if it. I I don't know how she made it, but it sure was good. You know, sitting out there on the front steps or something with a good, big old glass of iced tea. Very refreshing. Yeah, that don't make no sense to me. You know, now my grandson, my middle grandson, he buys those bottled waters. Uh, Looks like they're about 16-ounce bottles, maybe a little less. All kinds of stuff on there, Jerry and Barb, on Teespring. All kind of T-shirts and stuff. I'm gonna go in there and thin out. I was gonna do some political T-shirts on there, but I guess I'm just gonna stay away from that. You know, because basically Republicans wear T-shirts that's derogatory towards, in this case, would be Joe Biden. And the Democrats do the same thing, and all they're trying to do, well, there's two things they're trying to do. This is who I'm voting for, and I hope it ticks you off talking about the other side. So why I'm not even going to contribute to that. I might make one that says "Go vote" or something, or "Go vote." JunkDobber votes, you vote, something like that. Um, I sure want to get started on my. I wish I'd have made some pictures of some stuff I'm gonna be building. Dadgummit, I got pictures of stuff I built before. I should have made some. Next week I will, and I'll show you what some of the stuff I'm gonna build. And I make a little. It's a stand, but it holds two bowls, one for water and one for the dog or the cat food. And it's got the dog or the cat's name on it. It's actually carved in there. I made those. Uh, and people buy stuff for the pets. I mean, they really do. Uh, I'm watching a lot of. I'm watching a lot of stuff on YouTube. Wait a minute, that's not YouTube. That's Netflix. I'm signed up with Netflix, and I'm right in the middle of one now that's all about Cuba, and it has the whole history of Cuba and how everything come about. And Cuba, uh, I tell you, when things started going south for Cuba back in the '60s, it all started with when Fidel Castro came to the United States, to the United Nations thing, And he tried to set up a meeting with Eisenhower, who was the president at that time. And Eisenhower snubbed him. Yes, he did. And I got a lot of respect for Eisenhower, but he snubbed him. I think that was a mistake. But Cuba, all they've ever wanted was their independence. And when they thought they had it, then, well, I'm not even going to get into that. That could get political, but there's more to Cuba than meets the eye. I no, I'm not gonna get into that. But puzzles, I cannot do a puzzle, Tina. I just can't. It really it gives me no satisfaction to put one together, and it maybe that's not what I should say, but it just doesn't. Trying to go. There we go. There's just no. For me, it's no point. I see some people put them things together and they glue them up like that. In other words, you can't take them back apart in this picture, but you don't see them hanging them on the wall and stuff. So I don't know. You know what's the deal there? Same thing on paint by number sets. I haven't seen anybody doing them lately. But you can't paint by number. You can look at it and tell it's paint by number. Unless you're artistic, can blend all the stuff in and make it look like it was done that way without the numbers. But I'm funny about stuff like that. I just, of course, I paint. I've done a lot of stuff. I paint. My grandson about a year ago bought me a whole new set of brushes and acrylics and stuff and canvases, and I haven't touched them. I just don't. I can't get in the mood to do stuff like that anymore. I've made one painting in my life that I wish I still had, but it's at my cousin's house in Virginia, and it's a painting of the old home place, and it's hanging in their house. Now, I give that to my daddy, and for some reason, when he died, they didn't give me that. It was supposed to come back to me, but my cousins got it. Same thing. There was at my granddaddy's house and my grandma's house, there's a big old granite rock that was a step at the back door. And when my granddaddy passed away and his second wife passed away, they was going to sell the property, but it was going to be easier to sell with the house off of it. So they called the fire department up to do a practice fire and all that stuff on it and burn it down. And Daddy said, "Is there anything in that house you want?" I said, "Well, if ain't nobody got that iron bed stead thing up on the second floor, I would like to have that, but somebody already got it." And I said, "The only other thing I can think of I would like to have is that rock out there at the back door, the stepping stone." because everybody and anybody that ever went in that house stepped on that stone. So Daddy got it. Now Daddy was living on my cousin's property off out from my cousin's house. He lived in like a little trailer. So he brought the stepping stone home, and so my cousin Lewis had it sitting out there in his little flower garden and stuff out there at the front of the house. And that's where it's still at. Nobody ever offered it back to me or anything, and they know it was mine. I would love to have it. My intention was going to have it polished on one side and have it engraved, with Luther Russell Pearson and Lily Mae Chambliss, my grandmother, and the names of all 10 children that walked across that stone. Of course, there was a whole lot more people I walked across it, gosh, ain't no telling how many times. But there it sits. Things change. And we're not having a family reunion this time and Labor Day because of the Camp Carefree where we're having it's a camp thing and with cabins and all that stuff, and they're not gonna let anybody rent it out for a weekend or anything this time because of this virus thing. So we tried to take it back to the last place we went to before that, which was over 30 years ago, and they were the same way. And we have to have a big place like that because there's so many people coming to it. You're in the hundreds, and so they say we may not have it this year, and that'll be the first time they missed since sometime way back in the 1930s. So they've been having it a long, long time. And I hadn't been to it. She just puzzles during the winter, kind of. Yeah, Willow, that's the truth. When my mother-in-law passed away, her oldest daughter was staying with her and taking care of her. Her and her husband, they was living there. And but when my mother-in-law passed away, all of a sudden, a couple of them didn't want my sister-in-law that was taking care of it, didn't want her living there anymore. And and it's been a couple of them said, well, I'll buy the place. And one brother-in-law said, I'll buy it and I'll give everybody $1,000 apiece. And they come and go as they please there. They can stay there, visit and all that stuff from now on. But there was a couple of them, I don't want him to have it, and then I don't want her to have it. I don't want him to have it. Just stuff like that, And now it's sitting up there. It's not being maintained. It's just an old hillbilly house. It does have a bathroom. When the first time I come on the scene in the 60s, there wasn't no bathroom in there. You had to poop, you had to go out there to Johnny house that sits stretched across the creek and poop in the creek. That's a fact. But it's sitting there now, and as people die, their part goes to their kids. So it's so screwed up now. I don't know what'll ever happen to that. I don't know. I know we've got a part. We've got a ninth of it. Well, maybe there was a couple of them that's died that don't have kids. So I don't know. When my dad passed, an ex of one of my half sisters showed up morning stuff. I told him where to put it where the sun don't shine. People get funny about stuff like that. And the heck of it is, his house up in the mountains. It's only an acre of land with it now. There used to be 48 acres. But before Daddy died, he sold it off. He gave it away. He gave 47 acres away for $5,000. $5,000, 47 acres, and got creeks and branches all over the place. A couple of springs. Yeah, he sure did. Can't take the memories, can they, Tina? Those memories, those are yours. Those are yours, dear. Oh, I hate thoughts of losing memory. You know, I haven't forgot where I was brought up and who brought me up and all that stuff. But I do forget stuff in the short term now that just kills me. A while ago when I was in Publix, you know, there's this little girl in there. Well, she's right now turning 18. And I've been having trouble remembering her name, and I can't believe I couldn't remember her name. And I didn't walk up to her. I drove up to her, and I said, and this is so stupid. I walked up to her, and I was going to say, I can't remember your name. Let me read your name. But what I did, I walked up to her and I said, Emma, I can't remember your name. Emma, I can't remember your name. And she said, well, you just did. And I'm like, oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wasn't trying to think of her name then. I was just going to say I couldn't remember her name. Let me see your name. And I said her name, Emma. She's a little sweetie. I remember her when she first started working there. She was 16 years old. So she's been there right now 2 years. And I want to talk to her up close and personal about her thoughts on not having graduation ceremonies or what's the plan on that. And I kind of want to see if she planning on going to college and stuff like that, you know. Ain't none of my business, but you know, I've known her. I've had conversations. Ooh. I've had conversations with her and all that stuff. So yeah, I'd just like to talk to her about that. And there's a couple of guys in there. Well, there's two cashiers that are are girls or female, whatever you want to call them. That high school seniors, and there's I know at least two guys in there. I would love to talk to all of them. Took care of both of your parents in the end of their life. No one else would. They don't know the topics they missed out on. Yes, I did. Crazy family. I thought I left a comment on that. Maybe I didn't. Hey, Tanya T. Uh, yeah, guys, you need to talk to old people. You'd be surprised some of the stuff they can tell you. And Stay Gold. Hi, JunkDobber. How you doing? Stay Gold. Are you new, Stay Gold? I'm gonna have to write that down. Yeah, here I can do it. I just went. Stay Gold. Let me write that down. There you go. Doing good today, Tanya. Doing good. I worked outside a little bit. You know, I feel a lot better when I do. Let's see, what was that about Egan Brothers? Oh, okay, I read that. All right. I've only got, I have, let's see, Michael R. Robert, George. I'm having trouble concentrating now. All right, there was me, George, Michael, and Joe. Joe is dead. These other three here are alive, and then I got two that step half brothers, Ira and Robert, and they're alive. The only one that I'm really in touch with a lot is George. The rest of them, me and Robert, and he's my half brother. I won't say we don't get along, but we've had little things wrong, you know. He caught one of my videos, me talking about my mom and her leaving me and all that, and you know, and he got back. I don't appreciate you talking about my mama like that. I said, well, she was my mama before you was yours, and she didn't leave you when you was 10 years old. So we kind of had a falling out over that. We're talking a little bit now, but yeah, he didn't like that. Did you see that? Yeah, I saw that. How are you today, Tanya? Wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Where's that? Is there a Patty on here? Yeah, Patty Moyers. uh, I'm kind of tired, folks. You know, I hadn't. Usually, I only work about 3 hours a day if I work that long. I work probably 6 or 7 hours a day. My feet's killing me. And I have got to lose some daggone weight. This is just kill switch. Did he scream? I missed it. I don't pay any attention to that anymore. I hear it. Hey, Jay. Jay. I just wanted, you were screaming and somebody said, what's Jay screaming for? What you screaming? Are you playing your game, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What time did you get up this morning? Or no, what time did you go to bed?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know what time it was. It was 5:30. He was up all night. He come in here. Hey, Colin family in South Africa. Yep, I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida, Central Florida. And it's kind of hot out there today. It's not cool. It's not real hot, but it's certainly not cool. So I have to come in occasionally. I sure would like to put some regular sugar in that tea than the artificial sweetener. Maybe that's why my tea don't taste like it used to. I have to put that artificial sweetener in it. But yeah, guys, I need keep this in mind. And Cullen family, you could be one of them. I want to have 3 guests on my video at one time, and I want them to be from 3 different countries. One of them could be the United States, the other could be South Africa, and who else? Germany could be one with Manuela. I just want to do that one time, see how it goes. I would love to do it where you could just have a bunch of them, but you couldn't keep up with it. It'd be like my family reunions used to be when all my aunts and uncles were alive. It was just constant chatter, and they was loud. Especially them ladies. I only got one aunt living now, and she's like 95 or 96, and she is not the youngest one. She is let's see, the youngest one will be Aunt Ann. She's next to the youngest one. Oh, I guess Aunt Dora would be the oldest. But they're all gone. All except Aunt Dorothy. Well, I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, I'm washing hands. Matter of fact, what happened to my? They better not come in here and got my sanitizer. I don't see it. I've got some more. I've only got about 3 bottles left. Y'all remember a while back, I found a case of hand sanitizer somebody set out, and I don't know why in the world they did. Of course, if they'd have known what was coming, they'd have never set it out. It was good stuff. All right, guys, I've been at it about an hour. I'm really, really tired. I may do a live stream next Wednesday at let's see, Survivor comes on tonight, so I could do it at 6 and do that and wind it up and then go watch Survivor. I may do another one. But folks, I'm still waiting on the dirt. Ain't nobody been sending me dirt lately. I got some dirt coming from a new subscriber of mine, Petite Fireball. She lives on Smith Island, Maryland. And she's going to send me some dirt. I asked her to send me some dirt because she was fixing to send me a box of, or not a box, I guess a bag of, she said, Smith Island coffee. So we'll see. But I'm getting some dirt from there. But yeah, I met her through the Smith and Holly. I'm Smith and Holly. Yeah, you know I'm tired. Do I look tired? Chris and Holly show. And they're not friends no more. So, but that's not my stuff. I won't get into that. But I'm tired. Guys, I feel like I'm letting you down. I'm just beat. I am so beat. I guess if I tried to work an 8-hour day, it'd about kill me. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you all. I love you all. And I didn't put a video up today. No, wait a minute. Today's Saturday. I guess I'll put one up tomorrow. I didn't put one up yesterday. So we're done. All right, guys. I'll see you later. See you in the next video. This one will be up listed. I don't know if YouTube will mark it limited or not. I don't know till I do it. We'll see. Bye. Love you all. Oh.